Hello, good morning, Namaste. My name is Saili Karkar. Welcome to my channel. Friends, today I'm going to talk about something that you all have heard about it so many times, but we all have misunderstood it, or rather not understood it at all. And that is about love. Now, in my last video, I spoke about separation and how this root cause belief of feeling separate and lonely and powerless creates all sorts of sufferings in our mind and in our life. Now, the remedy for that is actually what I'm going to talk about today, and that is a state of love. Now, when I say love, I'm sure many emotions come in your mind, many images or the concepts that you think what love is come in your mind. Generally, when we talk about love, we talk about love in relationship with others, like how we love our partners, our children, our family. Sometimes we love our nation or even the world. But it's always in relationship with others. And all of those relationships are generally, if we just dig deeper, it's about our emotions of how we feel when we are in presence of something else or some concept. And these emotions are generally to do with feelings of attachment, feelings of incompleteness, feeling of dependency, feeling that you can't live without somebody, feeling of sensual pleasure, sexual attraction, feeling of belongingness. And all of these, my dear friend, are emotions. Now, where do emotions dwell? Emotions dwell inside our minds, right? And as I spoke earlier, mind is a malleable entity. It is constantly shifting and changing. As and when we want to create beliefs, we create beliefs and then we leave them. So what does it tell us about love and all the emotions that we feel about love? It's constantly changing as well. And that is why you will see in our society, the deepest love that you feel for somebody is also having a possibility of feeling deepest hurt or deepest hate. Have you seen relationships going from strong, extreme attraction to total hate and destruction? Going from like to dislike? It is so instant in our world, isn't it? Marriages happen, divorces happen, friendships happen, and then they get separated again. All of this happens because it's nothing but a play of our emotions. And emotions are always going like this, just like our mind. Today, what I'm talking about, though, is not an emotion. The love that I am talking about is not an emotion, but rather a state of being. Now, I'll explain you in a bit what I mean by that. Because all that we have experienced till now is just emotions. When we talk about stepping beyond the mind, it's no more about experiencing your emotions or thoughts. It's about being in a state, just being, not doing or not feeling. Now, it's so difficult to understand or so difficult to fathom, or you might even say that such a state does not exist. What are you talking about? It's because we have given so much attention to our intellectual energy, to our minds, and we have always suppressed and ignored our heart-centered energy. We all have this essence of heart or intuition or I don't know how to place it because we don't have many words for it. We all have that element, but we have always ignored it. We haven't given much attention to it. Have you ever seen that in a school, children are taught how to actually feel the love or feel the emotions and go beyond the emotions? Nothing of that sort. We are only sharpening our minds. And so when we start talking about love, we are all dumbfounded. We have no clue what we are talking about. And still we say love is the biggest force in this universe. And it truly is. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. The love that I'm talking about is something that we experience in minuscule things to the largest things in this world. We experienced it every single moment. And it is nothing to do with other person or other situation. It is right here within you. It is part of you, a state of your being. You feel it whether things around you are favorable or not favorable. You feel it depending on anybody particular being with you. And so it is an unconditional state of being. When you unconditionally accept every situation around you, in every moment, you cannot be in anything other than love. And that's the love I'm talking about. You have experienced this love. Think of the time when you saw the sight of your first newborn child, or when you were at the top of a very tall mountain and you were overlooking a valley and you marvel at the wonder of the nature, or you were simply dancing in the rain, or walking in the deep forest and marveling at the trees. Have you noticed when we see all these David Attenborough documentaries on TV, we are looking at all these creatures and trees, and we are just observing and marveling at the wonder of the nature. We are simply unconditional at that point. That is nothing but love. We accept the tigers or the snakes equally as we accept rabbits, because we know that all of that drama contributes towards life, towards the cycle of life. This unconditional observing of our existence, of our nature, of the people around us, accepting them for who they are, understanding what they are creating in this world, is nothing but your supreme love. And that love is always there with you. You can feel it. The moment you drop the conditions of your mind, the moment you step beyond the belief system of your mind, you are in love. This love connects you to everything around you and demolishes the feeling of separation. It is the antidote to your separation consciousness. It's actually your truth. It's who you are. So my dear friends, my only message today is that go find those little moments when you are in complete unconditional state, when you accept your current present reality. You accept who you are, who others are in a total understanding and acceptance state, and feel that love within you. You must have done this with your children, with your partners, with people that you deeply, deeply love through your emotions. Sometimes you suddenly get into a state of unconditional supreme love. You know it at that moment that this is the divine love that I'm feeling. But you can't express it. You can't give it a word. But that's what I'm talking about. And the more and more you step beyond your mind, you get this feeling more and more often. Regardless of where you're living, what your education is, what your status is, what your financial status is, it doesn't matter. Because it's unconditionally, infinitely present within you at all times. So my dear friends, go feel that love. Discover the beautiful state of being in total acceptance in every single moment. And then we'll talk about the next topic. Have fun. Thank you.